Deal.
Ding ding ding
And
dong
if
ding dong
anyone
ding
pops
dong.
up, then whatever. So.
Ding dong ding dong ding dong. Bing bong.
Also, Sam, I'm too lazy, so I'm not in my closet. I'm not in the closet today.
You're fine.
Okay, Senna, we need the peach crown on the crazy bunny girl in Odyssey. Okay?
In
Okay.
Odyssey?
From Mario Odyssey. You know the crazy bunny?
Oh.
They're like
Oh
crazy as shit
no!
bunny, like
Oh
cut,
no!
the cut you up bunny,
No!
the Toma from MHA
No!
bunny. You know her?
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No! No!
Oh god, yes.
Wouldn't that just be the
No.
bunny dude from like Junie Tyson?
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I'm not complaining, but there's a certain thrill when you're just going at it, and there's always a risk you're gonna get stabbed. Oh, the rush.
Then
rush.
take the bunny dude.
At least bunny dudes don't have a bunch of drama. Damn.
Put it on one of the rabid bunnies.
Ooh. Like rabbits, like Mario.
The
and
rabbits, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, Rayman's about to get some action. Rayman's been waiting. He's like, wow, are you bunnies dudes? And he's like, I don't swing that way. And that Princess Peach crown on. Ooh. You know how like Rayman's arms like don't connect to his body?
Yeah.
You think his dick's the same?
Probably. Most likely. No, I want to say like maybe like 85% chance.
Oh,
that
hell
is
yeah.
True.
Found my new fetish. Hell yeah.
Ew, that's kind of gross.
Whoa, calm down. Quit judging me, jeez.
No judgment.
No judgment, she says immediately
No
after
judgment.
eating gross.
It is kind of gross though.
And that is a
Okay.
gross idea. Ugh.
I just wanted to get this open. Sorry. Bum ding dong ding dong bing bong
Bing bong, bing bong.
bing bong.
My voice connection keeps going from like red to yellow to green back to red again.
Danny, you know what your problem
It's
is?
What's my problem? Tell me what my problem is.
Is you need to get out of here. Is what
She
it
has
is.
trouble making connections with
I need
people.
to I need to get out of here. All right, I can leave. You guys
Whoa.
can do this by yourself. I'll just go to sleep.
Tell it to the
I got work
Smoky.
tomorrow, so.
Tell it to the Smoky. Oh shit, I got
Smokey,
work tomorrow, too. Fuck.
Smokey, I got work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna do this.
Here's a picture I'm gonna post in response to whatever you say. Here we go. Ready? In manga discussion. Look at that.
Cool.
Got
But
me.
that's not Smokey. That's Pacho.
That's Pacho.
That's Pacho.
He looks so high in that picture. He's like, what?
He really does. He's like, cool, man.
He probably is.
Dude, Pacho, on a scale of 1 to 10, how high are you right now? Macaroni. What? He's like, oh, I thought you asked if I wanted to eat macaroni. So I was like, yeah. Well, then
How
when
high
the
are you on the Nabisco scale of baking?
answer would be yes, macaroni.
Macaroni.
Okay, here we go. I'm already recording. Hey, welcome to the Anime Summit Manga Book Club. We're back with a second meeting, and we asked everybody to finish reading Volume 1 of Akira. And if you're listening to this right now, that means I've already posted the last meeting, because as of right now, in this moment when I'm talking, I haven't yet, so I'm sorry. But anyway, me and Danny are here, of course, and then back again as DeBellers and Senecate, and then my new homie, Relax with Snorlax. You just joined our Discord, right? Like just recently? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you asked for the manga book club role, and
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm glad you're here. I love you, and hell yeah! So you finished Volume 1?
Yeah, it's actually like my first manga.
Oh,
We're breaking his manga cherry. Let's go.
popping the manga cherry. That's awesome. That's
What a rush.
Also,
What?
I've never seen the movie either.
oh,
Me
dude,
neither, relax. Don't worry. Don't feel bad.
that's awesome. You and DeBellers are kind of a rare breed, because like even though like the manga came out first, whatever, right? A lot of people, and we said this in the last meeting too, have watched the movie first, and then read the manga. That's what I did too.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so Ed from last time is not here because he had to work, but that's okay. Anyway, so we all finished volume 1, right? That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
How was it? What did you guys think?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. West Side
I
Story Part 2
enjoyed
was
the
nice.
sound effects.
Yeah.
the automatopoeias.
Yeah.
Gong. I like the one where it's like gong.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it looks like the way they draw them, it looks like graffiti.
I like how the vrooms on the motorcycles have like 2 of every letter except for M's. They're just like, nah, we don't need any more than 1.
Yeah. Vrr, vrah, vrah, tap, 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 tap. I like when it's like a bunch of people running. It's like tap, 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 tap.
I just imagine they're all wearing like heels. And it's just like,
Hello.
Yeah.
oh, hello.
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 She's back.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. My laptop is just being a bitch.
It's all good.
So
So-
I just switched to my phone.
Oh, really? You sound pretty okay on your phone. So, Danny, what'd you think of Volume 1? Because this is your first time. This is Danny's first time reading it too, I think, right?
Yes. Volume 1 was awesome. Like, it definitely, I can't think right now. Hold on. I have to say, like, it spoke for itself, you know, like, everyone has like high expectations on the movie and everything like that. But like the manga I feel like is so much better, and I can only imagine like if if this manga could be actually like a series. Like it could it's a possibility that it could. So
You mean like
That's
a
just how-
long running series, or what do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I guess like not like a long running series, you know, like Dragon Ball Z or something like that. More
Sure.
like 12 episodes each and stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh,
That's
like
how
in
I
terms
see
of
it.
like being an anime.
Yeah, like 1 or 2
Yeah,
I can see that.
yeah.
I'd imagine if they ever decided to do another Akira animation, it would be more manga relative, and it would be a series. Like there's, I don't,
Sure.
or it would be like 2 or 3 movies. I would imagine it'd have to be like 3 movies, probably for sure, not even just 2. It'd definitely have to be.
Yeah.
Have to be 3, because like we completed volume 1, that's cool and everything, right? But like this, literally, you haven't seen shit. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna get worse.
I really enjoyed the transformation, you could say, of Tetsuo. You mentioned that in our last meeting some, like how in chapter 1 that was only like the beginning of like Tetsuo's transformation into a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that was like really interesting to read and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and now at the end of this one, he's being offered help from the military to like whatever. And they had the big they had the big gang fight with Kaneda and his
with the
gang
rest of the
clowns.
yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
Tetsuo took over the clowns or whatever. But like, yeah, now it's like, now we're at a point now where Tetsuo is, he's discovered this power, and now he wants to accept any help he can to like discover what it is and discover what Akira is. And that's the scary part, is the obsession. Like the scary part of any villain, I think, in my opinion, is what makes some villains good is their obsession with the goal or the power or whatever it is they're
Right.
trying to do. And this is at the end of this volume is when that obsession starts. And I think it's like, oh shit. But so I'm really curious to hear from Relax the Snorlax because this is the first manga he's ever read.
Oh, what? Really?
Robin.
Oh my.
So you've just been
Alright.
watching anime this whole time?
Yeah. It's kind of like, what do you call it? So when I first started reading it, I was actually reading it the wrong like way, I guess. Like, and then I was just confused. I'm like, this dialogue doesn't make any sense. And I realized reading it backwards. So that kind of just ruined it. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll just continue.
Did you are you reading it like on a manga app?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So in the manga apps, they put it backwards, but the volume that they scanned is the Dark Horse one, so it's read like the American way. So that's
Okay.
why it was like probably confusing to you.
Yeah,
I
that
had
makes
that
sense.
issue when I was reading it as well.
Yeah.
First time. I was like, this fucking manga doesn't make any sense. Who
But
likes this
yeah,
shit?
but the app makes you turn it the Japanese way, and it's like, okay, cool, thank you for doing that. But yeah, no. So like have you seen the? Oh no, you said you haven't seen the movie. So
Yeah,
you
I
and
haven't seen the
DeBellers
movie.
haven't seen the movie. Okay, yeah, oh man, I it's way different. But I almost just like want to wait to talk about that more until we get to like the rest, like probably the next 2 volumes or whatever. But
Yeah.
so what's your favorite parts about it so far?
The sounds that they just find, like, like, I'm just picturing just a guy just sitting there with like, how am I gonna like come up with something for this motorcycle, or like, just everything.
He's just like a guy sitting there and he's got a megaphone.
Yeah.
He's just
Or
going
just, like,
gong.
Or he just goes on Google and just like hears the sound and just like, how would I write this down?
Well, you
Yeah.
also have to remember that this manga didn't come out, and it came out in like what 83 some.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
It
80.
definitely came out in the 80s. So like the internet wasn't even a thing. Like Google wasn't even a thing back then. So
True. I mean, they could just like go in the dictionary.
88.
There's one for like onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
Vroom. Vra. I see a vra here. Rank. There's a rank.
yeah, like some of
Yeah.
them have different
There's
effects
a-
on the actual words, like the splurt when the head explodes.
Yeah.
3D. It's 3D, so you actually like you get a little bit extra for it. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, some of them they kind of just like type in there, and some of them look like straight up just like graffiti. Like, which is, I mean, they put the effort for the sound, which is like, you don't have to do that, but you're doing it, and that's why it's awesome. But this is also too like one of the last times you'll see Kaneda ride his signature bike too, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler
When I
Enos.
when I saw like when they were going I think in the sewer, and Kaneda was all like, "Wait, what about my bike?" You know, and they were all like, "It'll be fine, just leave it." And
Yeah.
then when him and Kay were like hiding out and stuff, you know, he wanted to get his bike back. So, and like fucking Kaneda, like he got lost and everything like that. So stupid.
Yeah, he was like, man, forgot how huge this place was.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite part. Hold on, I need to find it. Oh, took a screenshot of it. And I sent it to you guys through the on the manga
Right.
section. It's when Kay when Kay threw that bomb in the sewers, and she covered her ears, but Kaneda didn't, and he's like,
yeah.
"What?" He's like, "What? Speak up," you know.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm trying to scroll up and find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, and he. It's so funny.
I just love how Danny is just so excited about it. That's
Yeah, because
funny.
the bar owner guy, he's like, here you guys go. It may not be fancy, but it's cheap. What? What was that? I just said, what was that? Speak up, louder. I said you could hide out here. Well, why didn't you say so?
Oh.
I felt like I was watching a slice of life comedy for some reason.
Right.
There's a lot of comic relief that is not.
Yeah,
really in the
there.
movie.
Well, you need
Yeah.
it. You really need it. Like, there's a lot of tense situations, and if you just like keep
Yeah.
cranking up
And
the tension
drugs.
without ever relieving it, your manga
Yeah.
can really like lose some of its impact on the really cool scenes. So.
Right, right. I agree.
Yeah, but that panel's like my absolute favorite, and like the one panel where the bar owner is like shouting like, I said you could stay here, and then Kaneda's all like, well, why didn't you say so? And like you see the little bit of the bottom where you see Kay and she's like face palming and everything, like, god damn it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, that's my favorite part. But yeah. No, volume 1 was definitely like an eye opener, you know. I have to say at least.
From here, the ride is just gonna get. Oh man, I don't even know. Like, so in the last meeting, I had said that it's divided in like two sections, in my opinion, the way the story is. Right before it's like going up the roller coaster, you know. And the climax of the first half is when you go down, right? It's just like, oh shit. It's like only gonna go higher at a more like escalating rate from here. Like it gets just crazy, and then it'll go into the second half or whatever. But like, oh man, I love this manga. It's really good. And oh man, it sucks because it's October. Like right now, as if we're recording this right now, it's September 30th, but it's already October, and you know, me and Daniel were talking about reading some like spooky manga, but oh boy. But I don't know, we'll try and work it in, I guess, but this, because I understand, you know, like it is the Akira books are thick and they're huge, they're a lot of pages, but also they're really easy to get through, you know what I mean? So like but I mean, did you guys, so I mean, last time we only read up to the first two chapters, right? And so how did you guys feel, like how easy was it for you in the past 2 weeks to get through the rest of it?
That was fine for me.
You already know it took me like an hour to read it last night, so.
Oh, that's right, you said that.
It was kind of difficult when you couldn't when you couldn't read it the right way. Or you did.
Yeah, because you were reading it the wrong way.
So I was just confused halfway through, and then like right when I realized, oh wait, I'm reading it backwards. I was like, okay, all right, this story's going somewhere.
Oh, that's why he is going to do the thing. Okay. No, it's good though. So I mean, man, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this volume, because I feel like volume 1 is just, it introduces you to everything, but it does it in a way that still progresses the story. Like it's not just a one big fat explanation of introduction or whatever, you know, because oftentimes we see in movies too where you know it's going to be like a trilogy or something, and the first movie is just spent explaining and introducing everything and whatever, so the climax is not as hype as you think it is. But in Akira, they do such a good job of progressing the story while still introducing you to who Kei is and Kaneda and his gang and Tetsuo, and they still were able to progress the start of Tetsuo's madness, which I really appreciate. And that, in my opinion, makes it that much easier to read and get through. So I don't know. Like I don't know what else there is to say about it other than that it was awesome. I know last meeting we talked about like the environment and like the backgrounds and stuff.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, it seems, I don't know if it's just because I haven't watched the movie in a while, but it seems grittier the than I remember the movie being. It seems kind of like, especially with all the drugs and stuff. Like I know that there was drugs in the movie, but
Yeah. The
it seems
drugs
a
are
lot
actually a
grittier.
lot. Yeah, the like you see a lot more drug distribution in the
Yeah.
manga than you do in the movie.
Mhm.
So,
And all the like
um
the gang violence and stuff like that, which is it's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, you also kind of see Tetsuo being a little bit more violent in the manga than
yeah.
he was in the movie.
Yeah.
So, that's a little bit more interesting. That like intrigues me a little bit more that he is a lot more violent in the manga than he was in the movie.
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
he's
mhm.
ruthless.
mhm.
Yeah, you can understand the drugs being like taken out just because it was a more fragile time in Japan,
Mhm.
and so like you don't really want that kind of paraphernalia like your kids seeing
Right.
that. So that makes sense. But the violence is whatever. Yeah, it can go
But
either way.
it's whatever.
It's whatever. I'm here for the plot, not for the battles.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yep,
no,
yep.
yeah, I wonder the thing about those pills too.
The
There's
evil drugs.
yeah, there's more to those pills than what they're telling you right now. So it's
Mhm.
like I mean obviously like the clowns and shit, they have uh the ability to make a form of them. Uh
I can't take the main clown guy seriously. It just looks like he like really failed to eat a popsicle, and that's just like
Oh my gosh.
his face looks so funny.
dude, I love it. He's my favorite.
He's so funny looking. It's great.
The later in in the story, he comes back and him and Kaneda just are hilarious. Like they're just
Oh,
they
I
fucking.
just I assumed that he died.
Oh, he did die. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Wait, wait, who are we talking about? Are we talking about Yamagata?
No.
Talk about
Fat
Clown
guy, right?
Bozo, big clown guy with the
Oh,
upside down
oh,
clown
oh,
makeup.
oh, oh, oh. The leader of the
Yeah,
clown
the
gang
the, the
who
leader
like
until
got
he's
demoted
usurped.
until he
Yeah,
got yeah, until he got demoted. Oh, okay.
yeah, demoted by a preteen with carry powers.
Seriously.
Good times. My favorite character type. Preteens with supernatural abilities. Oh boy.
Supernatural abilities. Yeah. Um. But no, he's fine.
He's a little
Oh,
bitch though.
Yeah, cause like he's kind of the guy who's like really strong and he'll get into a fight if he knows like he can kind of take it. But like if
yeah.
he knows he's gonna like get his ass kicked, then he kind of just like nope, fuck that. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
care. Um. Uh. But yeah, it's like an amphetamine, and it's also more than that. But yeah, uh it's like it's also like a suppressant,
Mm.
and that's what they've told you so far. But like there's more to it that they'll tell you later on. But yeah, so I'm glad everyone's liking it because I fucking a lot of people who've even seen the movie are like put off by it, the manga anyway. I don't know why that is.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, I have no idea.
I think the reason why is because, the movie is so iconic
Mm.
and people are just expecting
Yeah.
what happened in the movie to happen in the manga.
Yeah. If you're
you know.
expecting a concise story from the manga, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah. I can definitely pinpoint like which parts they used from the movie,
Yeah.
and you can also tell um that like in the movie they added some parts. So
Mhm.
um that aren't in the manga. But I am enjoying the manga. I don't understand like why people do that. So, but yeah. I love it. It's awesome. I'm glad I'm finally reading it now. So,
Me too.
it's definitely on my list. So,
So wait, Danny, do you have physical copies of it though, right?
I do have physical copies of it. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3, but I don't know where they are. They're in boxes.
Oh, so you've been
So,
reading that on an app.
I've been reading it. Yeah, I've been reading it on the app because like I just don't know where they are. Like I don't know what box they're in. So, yeah. I would like to physically like have it in my hands and reading it. So, because like that's like the type of thing I would much rather do, especially with something so iconic as Akira is.
Right.
Um, but maybe I'll reread it once I finally find it. Then I'll reread it, I guess.
Right, right. I feel that. Okay, so what do you guys want to read now for the next? Do you want to keep reading Akira or
I want to.
okay? So what else? What about you, DB? I think DB and Relax with Snorlax definitely want to keep reading it because they haven't watched the movie yet
Yeah, it's fine.
either.
Yeah, good thing to kill time with. Just read a couple of
I'm fine
volumes.
with whatever.
Okay, so what? So do you think? I'm trying to remember how long Volume 2 is. I think it's the same.
volume Volume 2 has 5 chapters.
Oh, it's actually skinnier than Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hold on,
That
I'm
could
not.
just be like the paper it's made with or something.
That should be the papers.
It may be the same length. You never. I mean, I have a couple volumes of like One Piece and stuff that are like thinner than the others, but they're the same number of pages. It's just like weird shit. Weird shit happens when you print stuff.
I meant in terms of like it's literally like
Oh, the
50
number's
some
longer.
pages. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I haven't counted considering I haven't read it. I'm gonna default to the experts on this one.
The app I'm on, it's like because it shows how many or like you can go to a page.
I like how the first page is just like the council of ugly old white dudes. And by white dudes, I just assume
Oh
they're white
yeah.
because they're like greedy businessmen, but they're probably all
Yep.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Or like whatever. I don't know how the future turned out, but then you have like general bad guys like Akira will rise, and I'm like, what the fuck do you even mean? And then you see like Akira later, it's just like this like it's just the sign Akira, this like big mother brain looking thing attached to the floor, and you're like,
Oh, that was
well,
an awesome page.
well how's that gonna
It was
rise?
so cool.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah, it was a pretty big page. I can only imagine what it would look like as if in the physical form,
Yeah.
rather than looking at it on a small dinky little screen on your phone.
Dinky little screen.
I just imagine like inside Akira is just like the whatever hyper chamber from DBZ, and there's just like people training in there. Then they open the door, and the people just come out and beat everybody up. I'm like, wow, this is a great director's
I'm
cut.
ready.
It's like Goku comes out and like challenges Kaneda to an arm wrestling contest. Oh yeah, this is what I came for. This is a
That's
manga
so
now.
funny. That's funny.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to look and see what's in that. I feel like you guys could probably literally get through this volume.
Do we want? Okay, I'm gonna suggest something. Do we want to read volumes 1 and volumes 2 and 3.
For the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It might be too much for me to like
Sure.
remember what happened, you know?
Right.
Okay.
Developers, don't be a little bitch.
I mean, to be fair, I go through like One Piece volumes and like really quick and still remember it all, but
Volume 3 is even
this
less
has a lot of-
pages.
this has a lot of stuff going on, you know?
It does. Do you think next you could read you guys could read volume 2 by next Sunday?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
If it's for you, baby, I'll read it by tonight.
Aw. Sweetheart. Thank you. Okay. Well, shit. Fuck.
Do you
Damn
guys
it.
think that, like, so the drugs, they like turn you old eventually or whatever. Do you think that's a direct reference to the old Japanese folktale about the Tamate box and the Ryugu Palace?
You know what? I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Like, do you
Because
think that's-
actually, that drug doesn't do that to all of them.
Oh, okay.
And I
So
keep,
he's, like,
God, I keep
competitive.
spoiling shit.
You don't have to keep talking. I'm just asking if
Yeah.
that might be what it is. So.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this, okay? You remember when we were in volume 1, when they were making all of the drugs, the clown gang were making them for Tetsuo, and he basically inhaled over like 100 different pills in one go.
Good times.
Yeah. Just like pay attention to that.
I got you.
Because obviously, like, if I buy marijuana from a dispensary in California, it's going to be 10 times better than when I buy it from a state that's from some guy down the street in a state that's illegal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like,
Well,
you know,
maybe.
I don't fucking know.
They make some good shit on the streets.
Yeah, no, Detroit's got the indoor growing game like hard. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm just saying, you know, when I was in school, and you know, my dad would pick me up from school, and he'd just be like, "Oh, son, how you doing in the school?" And I'm just like, I don't know, fine, I guess. Okay, what you get on the report card? In math, I got like a C, and English, I got an A. Oh, that's good. That's good. And then chemistry right now, I got an A, so that's pretty good. I got an A in chemistry. Oh, that's good. That's good. Make me the drug.
Wow.
It just depends, like, you know.
This manga has a ton of very strange themes. You wouldn't see in a manga these days.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like casual sexual assault, good times. There's something for everyone in this manga, you know.
I think the biggest themes for sure are the balance of everything and one thing having too much power over the other. Because later you start seeing some like cult shit, you know, because they see Akira as a religion, you know, like he's a god.
Gotcha.
And then there's if you give them too much power, there's gonna be problems. If you give the government too much power, then there's gonna be problems. If you give Tetsuo too much power, there's gonna be problems.
Yeah, it's super evident that this is, you know, it's in the body of media that came out in Japan post World War II. Like it's written all over it that, you know, it's influenced by that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I agree.
With like the distrust of the government and military is portrayed poorly or in a negative light, all that.
I'm interested in what that symbol is on the weird helicopter looking thing. It's got like a sakura blossom inside the like weird shape. Is that just like the military or I don't know what that is. I need to know.
Wait, which thing?
It was like on a helicopter.
It's on a 2-page
tail.
spread, page 205, 204 in chapter 3. It's like the gigantic helicopter that the guy rides in onto the Olympic site.
Now I want to see it. I'm curious.
You don't see it? What?
I want to see it, big boy.
I'll get a screenshot.
I'm trying to look for it, but I think you gave me the wrong page numbers. Oh wait,
No, it's got the page numbers on the thing.
Oh, right here. Oh, right here. Oh yeah, because I was looking at the page numbers of the app and not the actual fucking book. My bad.
Gotcha. That's my bad. I guess like I figured all apps are different. I should have specified. I don't know if that's just like New Japan symbol or whatever. But...
Well, it's I guess because it's called Neo Tokyo now, right? So I mean, I wonder if all of Japan is like in that new era or whatever.
And you have to think like, is the Japanese government the same? Do they still have the diet and all the rest of the like Japanese government in place, or is it like more military based now? And yeah. And since this was World War III, are we supposed to assume like World War II was like our World War II? And like, in which case, are we allowing Japan to have an active military now in this post World War III world? Because they're currently not allowed to have one. Well, I guess they are. They just don't want one nowadays. But I don't know. I think about weird shit when I.
That's a good question. And in later volumes, I don't want to say. I'm gonna.
That's good. No, no worries, dude. You don't have to say it.
Okay.
You don't have to say it if it's gonna be spoilers. I'm just.
It's. I mean, look, some shit hits the fan. Okay.
Sounds good. I love when the shit hits the fan.
Like
part of my day when I
literally.
Great.
Smokey points his butt upwards, and diarrhea straight up into the ceiling fan.
I liked the effect that when the colonel was stepping out of the, or whatever he is, general, I don't know.
The colonel, yeah.
Yeah, when he's stepping out of the helicopter, his words are like muffled, so the author does his best doctor impression and writes a prescription in text boxes instead of words.
I can't hear you over the helicopter, sir.
Yeah, he's like, I beg your pardon, and the guy just keeps talking.
Yeah. The lights, you idiot. Turn out the lights.
I don't know why we can, like, I don't know why we can hear, like, the guy who's talking to the colonel when they're standing right next to each other.
Yeah.
I'm just like, is he talking louder? I just, like, or are we in his, like, perspective? I don't know.
Perspective.
It could be, you know. I don't know.
The boom mic was closer to the guy.
Oh, I see now.
And now the
sense.
Also,
I love plot relevant buckets saving the day.
Did you guys read the little it was like a career biography on the last page
of Katsuhiro?
Mm-hmm.
I did not read that. I normally skip that stuff because I'm just like, I don't care.
Oh.
But what should I read it?
No, it was kind of interesting. It was talking about how he started off as a manga artist or as a comic artist, and he was like he like loved film as a youth, and that influenced his work obviously as a manga artist and as a director.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Cool story. No, he's cool, man. He's still alive too. I think he's like 60 something.
It's hard to think about these people as real people, but they are, and it's kind of crazy to think about.
Right, like you're not real. You didn't do this.
Like you could just be walking in Japan and like happen to pass by this person that like created this entire world that millions of people have like raved about and read. And it's kind of insane.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay then. Here's what we do. Okay, hold on.
Waiting.
What do we say we're doing? Oh, reading volume 2 by next Sunday. Is it the 8th, right?
Yeah.
No, 7th. Sunday the 7th.
Yes.
7. Okay. So read volume 2 by the 7th, and then we will rendezvous in a week.
I love it when
Yeah,
you talk French to me.
I want to say we since we are going through this manga fairly quickly, I think now is a pretty good time where we can just do it weekly.
Yeah, because me and Danny kind of wanted to, like, feel it out to see how people were getting through it.
Yeah.
But it progresses so well, it's just
Yeah, sounds good.
easy to get through. So let's do that. Thanks for joining me in Manga Book Club and me and Danny's. Okay, I'll tell you what, because when me and Danny did or I think Nick was there too, the New Year's resolution podcast episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we
Nick was
were
there.
like, I was like, I want to read more manga. And because of Danny, because Danny reads a lot of manga, and I want to read more manga. And Danny was like, "Do it, ho!" And I was like, "Shit, okay." And then we didn't start reading until like the second half of summer. But but no, this is you guys are helping me fulfill that resolution, so that's awesome. So thanks for joining me. Volume 2 of Akira. Let's do it. Let's get it. We're gonna see some shit happen. Tetsuo is gonna be like, he's gonna find out some shit, and then he's gonna get mad, and he's gonna find out some other shit.
Isn't he like always mad?
He's like a preteen. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Plus,
they're probably teenagers.
but then now he's constantly got this headache too.
Yeah.
That's gonna bug him the rest of the damn.
Dude, I hate it when I don't get my morning cup of coffee either. I know the feeling.
I know the feeling. I hate it when I don't do
with
my.
him, it's his daily dose of drugs.
I hate it, dude. I hate it when I don't get my one line of Coke in the morning. Like I just.
Just one.
You don't feel the same.
Those are rookie numbers.
So. You gotta pump those numbers up. Just real quick, just before. Oh god. Always the left nostril with my little rolled up $1 bill. It's a $1 bill because I'm poor. But yeah, no, for real. I'm excited. So let's do that. We'll rendezvous next Sunday on October the 8th. If y'all don't have the Manga Book Club roll and you want to have the Manga Book Club roll, you gotta read up. You gotta finish Volume 2 before we get there. I'm gonna upload this. I'm just gonna upload both of them tomorrow, and then just do it weekly after that, and just do it because I gotta make like a little thing for it. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Anime Summit Manga Book Club. We're reading Akira right now. Finish Volume 2 before October the 8th, and join us next time. And tell us what you think. Tell us if you love it, because so far everyone loves it, and that's really awesome. Because it's hard to have discussions with people,
Yeah, I would be really interested if someone didn't really like it,
If we got them on here and they were reading it,
yeah, like
Yeah,
I
we
would
need an
definitely would
opposing
want,
opinion.
yeah. So
I would
it
too.
be an interesting thing. It would be an interesting thing to hear and stuff, like their opinions. So, but one day.
One day,
We
okay.
can't have somebody on that won't validate our own opinions.
That's true. Yeah, this needs to be an echo chamber in here.
We can't allow different people on here.
Yeah, yeah. So if you disagree, you can like join, but like you can only come for one meeting because you suck. Okay, that was fun. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys next Sunday. See all y'all next Sunday. Hope you enjoy the Manga Book Club. If you want to join the Manga Book Club, hit up me or Danny on Discord. Discord.com/animesummit.discord.net, I think it is. You can join the Anime Summit Discord.
Yeah.
Or you can just go to links.animesummit.net and all the links will be right there. And join us at me or Danny, and we can give you the Manga Book Club roll so you can join us next time. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye. I love all of you. Thank you.
Bye.
Alright.